yourselves. The battle begins shortly.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody, into the NA in-houses. My name's Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we got the Alliance with a Kier Urel, Fuzz Kerrigan, Ibtings on your Lucio, Tremor Garrosh, and Brandon on the Hanzo. Right side of the map is going to be the Horde with an Ultralisk Vala, Gaff on your Anubarak, Shadow Moon playing Gul'dan, Sai will be your Malfurion, and Liam Blaze.
2, 1.
Oh, I should probably do this as well. I know how to spell patch. There we go. Put patch in the stream title so people know we have a patch coming up not too long from now. Currently on PTR. I'm assuming we'll get that live in about a week or two. Probably mid-October, I'm assuming. Groundbreakers, Warbreaker for Garrosh level 1. We got Simple Geometry on the Hanzo. Urel comes in with the Avenging Wrath. Here looking for the Righteous Hammer Displacement. Finds it on a Anubarak, but won't be able to take anyone down as a Groundbreaker searches, or Tremor searches for under the Groundbreaker stack. We have Vala vaulting in. Ultra's trying to get the kill into Fuzz, but gets thrown out of position. That's one stack of Kree the Hunter taken down off of Vala as Urel goes in once again with the Avenging Wrath, misses the Righteous Hammer as that is a burrow charge out from Anubarak as the Sonic Arrow almost hits Sai and interrupts that. Hearth out. My headphones are a little loud today. I'm trying to balance it out. I messed with it last night during D&D. Oh, we got odds on the gamble. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. Well, then I won't hound on that at all. Let's continue back into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Gul'dan with Pursuit of Flame, 4 of 30 stacks already. And as I mentioned, Valo has created the Hunter. They'll get this right side camp. Left side camp will be grabbed as well. A little help from Brandon on the Hanzo coming in with some scatters here. Only 4 stacks on that Simple Geometry thus far. And otherwise, we'll just see some double soak. It looks like Garrosh is trying to pick up a bit of gems. We do have, we actually had no one in bottom lane for a little bit right there. Blaze and Vala's already rotated for this Siege Giant camp at bottom. Cure will show on the wave. Lucio's going to show up as well. Anubarak's here to harass, and camps will be abound, or grabbed around the map, excuse me. All camps off of cooldown, or on cooldown. And of course, no boss yet. We're only 2 minutes in. Garrosh gets the Groundbreaker toss combination into the Anubarak, is able to burrow charge away. Gaff is fine for the time being. Vala down in bottom lane with the Blaze here, looking to push up the Siege Giants onto the forefront gate. Those will be cleared away by Cure, who jumps in once again, trying to push back the wave and the enemies around. Gul'dan stackage a little low, but he's mostly doing double soak since, you know, he is absolutely fantastic to clear out waves and poke from a safe distance, especially up against the Kerrigan who wants to dive and be in your face. A jet propulsion from Liam creating some space for Gaff to back away, and that will be enough for Anubarak to get back and get behind the gate. Gets healing from Sai. As another scatter off the fort front gate will yield more stacks for Brandon. Poking at his old teammate from Germany last year. Looks like Brandon and Liam will just kind of hang around here. I love this harassment from Brandon in the rotation, but Liam isn't really phased by it. He's going to be able to jet propulsion down to bottom lane. As here comes the Righteous Hammer. There's going to be a Groundbreaker from Garrosh, but I think he was intending to get a toss target with that as well, as he was groundbreaking to the left. 6 stacks on that Warbringer out of 15. And Bandit is a good boy. A little Lucio harassment in the rotation down towards bottom, but harassment's pretty much all that's going to be achieved off of that. A couple auto attacks from Ultralisk will connect into Fuzz here as the Groundbreaker from Garrosh finds another target. That's a ton of damage into Garrosh. The Indomitable's activated. The regeneration globe that Cure got, I think actually is exactly what kept Tremor alive right there. Of course, a little bit of healing from Lucio too, but still, it was that regeneration globe really helped with a little extra healing over time as Gul'dan throws a combination into the top. Cure is going to continue to push up the wave. Gaff's going to have him impale to slow down Cure rotation. And we're just looking around over here. Blaze still trying to deny the turn-ins. Both teams... Actually, well, it's turn-in available on the left-hand side, and it's 6 gems away from a turn on the side of the Horde. Combo from Fuzz into Liam, but it doesn't look like Liam's going to be unfazed or phased by that at all. Anubarak burrows in, finds the Kerrigan. The Impale does as well. Hanzo getting poked by that. Follow with a Hungering Arrow into Tremor, who will activate the Indomitable, and Hanzo finds the second kill of the game for his team into that Anubarak. First kill earlier, that Vala displaced in front of the fort front gate. And this should be a window to turn in right now. Brandon's going to get 13 in, a handful from Tremor. Cure and Fuzz should have enough as well. Looks like Malfurion's trying to delay, but he will be punished for even stepping up like that. I don't see a world where he gets out of this alive. And absolutely, that'll be the case. Oh, that tea is a lot more full than I thought. Whoopsies. Almost spilled my entire mug. Alright, well. I can't believe that scatter hit. That was kind of interesting right there. And, wow. Alright. I guess it is some weird interaction. I guess Blaze was like kind of in the gate, not really through it. But the blue Web Weavers will descend. First one going over to the left-hand side of the Alliance as the Horde are trailing a little bit. Vala stepping up here, wanted to run down Brandon, who gets the natural agility away. Kira's making the rotation down into bottom lane. Looks like that'll be a Hanzo, that's fine, but the bottom lane Web Weaver cleared away. Mid lane pretty hefty still. Top lane pushing in. Looks like Garrosh, Lucio dive onto Shadow Moon. Nicely done. That's 5, 10, 15, like 18 gems or so are going to be dropped, and that unfortunately will reduce the economy, or at least the turn-in potential for the side of the Alliance here. Or sorry, the Horde. The Alliance still diving in deep, and it's actually 39 to 42 in gems. 55, of course, needed on the left-hand side. As that's going to be Sai getting displaced, and I do believe this is a dead Malfurion again. 5 to 0 in kills. 10 talents here on the left-hand side. Hanzo Dragon Arrow is going to zone Gaff here. Fuzz misses the Ultralisk summon as well for the stun. Looking to try and chase down Ultralisk here. Throws the Vala into the Gul'dan. The scatter into the corridor is good. Nicely done from Brandon, picking up another set of kills for his team. Kerrigan doesn't have the Primal Grasp. The Impale was summoned. And the top lane for it looks like it will be going down. Garrosh tanking a few tower shots here. Because of his trait, he's kind of still okay on armor realistically. But top lane fort goes down. No 10 talents here on the right-hand side. And we got 56 of the 55 available. So we're going to see a blue Web Weaver summoning here. No boss to be grabbed yet on either side. All camps available, but it looks like Ultralisk is chilling over here, waiting to cap the one on the right. Cure will finish this out in bottom. It's going to take a little bit of time here on his own. Maybe Blaze makes the rotation. He will be seen by the minion wave, so Cure does know that there's a Blaze just above. But Garrosh and Lucio not far behind either, so they're going to just kind of hang around here and be able to help in case Cure does get dove on. There's a Cocoon in mid lane onto Kerrigan. Dragon Arrow goes by as well. I think that was more of a zoning tool once again. There's going to be a combination from Gul'dan, a wonderful Horrify as well. The Tranquility from Malfurion is activated. And the members of the Horde find their first kills 7.5 minutes in, as they will have blue Web Weavers to clear away. Top lane forward already going down. Kira stepping up here in mid. Vala fighting her second round of Creed of the Hunter, and she's only died once if I'm correct on this. She's actually died twice, right. There was a kill not too long ago. In the top lane, I do believe. So Vala down to 15% on her bonus attack speed. And she's at 2% for the Creed of the Hunter Hatred. Currently have Yrel trying to dive in on Liam in bottom lane. Liam able to get the jet propulsion away. Fuzz hit with a burrow charge from Nubrak. The Impale, the body blocking is good, and that will be Gul'dan finding the necessary damage. A second kill going over to the side of the Horde here on map number 1 of our best of whatever in the NA in-houses. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday, enjoying the game so far, as we have another Impale from a Nubrak. There's a root for Malfurion, Dominable activated by Garrosh, and he picks up Regeneration Globe as Vala clears things out in top lane. Still waiting for the first turn in from the side of the Horde, and with those couple kills they've gotten, is this the opportunity for them to land an entire Web Weaver summon? Between Ultralisk and Liam in this top lane, that is enough for a turn in, and if they could take down Liam, that would be huge. He does have Bunker available if he needs it. He gets the dismount with the Twin Flames. Yrel's still chasing, and they want to take down Vala, Creed of the Hunter stack, and I think they will get it. Warlord's Challenge misses. Huge Rain of Vengeance, but Cure gets thrown in, and a single hammer to the head. That'll be Vala going down. A Dragon's Arrow coming out from basically bottom lane. Gets a huge stun onto the enemies. Gul'dan trying to take down Ibtings on the north side of our screen as Tremor's very low on the south side. Tranquility activated again by Psy, but that will be Malfurion going down. A Groundbreaker onto 2, but no toss potential. Beetle's kind of getting in the way of that one as Liam with no Mon is trying to run on out of here, but Kira's kind of got the flank onto this, and Liam's about to drop 42 gems. That is unfortunate. Now Nubarak is going to get thrown out of position. Chunked here, almost taken down. Kerrigan with the flank onto Shadow Moon. Vaulting in and ravaging through the health bars of these enemies. A triple kill in the mid lane for the side of the Alliance, and they reduce the enemy gem count to rubble. There's currently 3 gems in the pockets of the Horde, and they went from turn-in availability to just absolute disparity. Boss will be grabbed here for the top lane. 19 gems to go for a Webweaver summon on the left-hand side. Vala and Malfurion waiting for the Siege Giant camp to spawn in the bottom lane. It's the best they can do right now. It is about a level and a quarter difference between the two teams. And as I mentioned, we're still waiting for a few gems to be picked up here. Brandon with the Explosive Arrow level 4 will clear up this wave of fairly quickly. Boss in the top lane has arrived at the keep front gate. Liam got a little bit of poke damage onto this. Gul'dan doing his best from afar. He does have that Pursuit of Flame level 1 done, so he's got the 10% range increase. And Nubarak on the left-hand side trying to get some sort of harassment and delay. The Ultralisk misses. That's going to be Garrosh with the toss combination onto Liam once again. Okay, hold on. The Dragon's Arrow connects. Nubarak was, I think, about to burrow away. He does get the Burrow Charge activation. Activates his Carapace as well, and Psy will come through with a little bit of healing. Fire's going out, but it still is a level and a half difference, a Talontier advantage over to the side of the Alliance, and we'll see what they're able to do with this. 27 in and 27 in the pockets, so not far off from a Webweaver turn in here. Probably, what, 6 gems or so? Why does the larger team not eat the smaller team? What? How you doing today, Crush? You threw me off with that one. All I know is you're supposed to build lurkers and not build lurkers. That's all I know. Blue Webweavers will descend. Simply from the word simple, opposite of complicated. I thought it was like, I thought you were making a reference from something. Nubarak maybe caught out here in the bottom lane. Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday. Baha can't read. Oh, what's new? What's new on that? Righteous Hammer from Urel. We have the Ardent Defender activated just as the Horrify from Gul'dan comes through. Shadow Moon getting low. That's going to be a Warlord's Challenge, and Gul'dan does go down. We have a combination from Kerrigan coming in. The Ravages are pretty good. The Urel Righteous Hammer, I think, got the last hit on Malfurion, and he does go down. I may not be able to read, but I can talk and cast fast, so, you know, that's the trade. Oh, it's a Futurama reference? Okay. I should, honestly, I need to go back and rewatch through all that. Oh, so Kalavoth, good to see you today. Uh-oh, Blaze. Liam thrown out of position. That's going to be Bunker coming down. Pyromania was active. Garrosh lands another Groundbreaker. That was a high five from Lucio for the cleanse right there. It's 18 to 16 in level, so it is a 2-level difference. The top lane Webweaver does take down the keep. That's going to be Garrosh stepping up. Shadow Moon looking to get the last little bit of damage, but Liam is the one still to go down. Indomitable activated the Warlord Challenge from Garrosh as well. Ibtinks is getting chunked here. High fives from the Lucio to get away as the Nubarak burrows in. Kier getting low here, does go down. The Cocoon onto Lucio will lock him behind his allies, and it looks like the Dragon's Arrow will just go right by Malfurion. Good sidestep from Psy right there. Shadow Moon will be able to drain that health, and oh, Kerrigan, she's just gonna try and make this happen, but Ultralisk is like, nah, dude, I got autos, I got Manticore, no big deal. Mid lane keep on 373 HP. Top lane keep did go down, bottom lane keep did as well. And the members of the Horde, they gotta make something absolutely amazing happen here. Boss is going to be up in 1:04 seconds. We've got Bruiser Camps up in 1:30 or so. Siege Giants and bottom available. And, ladies and gentlemen, Murloc mains and Cho'Gall champions, we have our first turn-in from the side of the Horde here. 14.5 minutes into the map, they will get their first Webweaver summon. They take down the fort through top lane. And I wonder, what is the game plan from the Horde here? Shadow Moon delaying ever so slightly right there. You actually saw the auto, like the step and then the turn-in starting. And that's just so a Nubrak could have gotten down here, tag the camp, get some beetles out. That allows the extra siege through bottom lane. If the Webweaver summon had come through and no one had tagged the camp, the Siege Giants would disappear. As camps do on this map, as you can see here in the left side. I know it's, of course, still on cooldown, but it's completely off the minimap as well. Gav chilling in the bush, Liam as well. Is this the rally moment from the side of the Horde in map number 1? 20 talents here on the left-hand side soon. 20 talents here for the right is still a ways to go. Not the whole level. The bottom lane keep front gate is absolutely eviscerated as the Webweaver is just arriving through bottom now. Kerrigan finds a humongous impale into Primal Grasp. The bunker comes down from Blaze. Vala gonna try and jump out of that one. A Psionic shift in from Fuzz as Ultralisk looks to vault away, but it's not enough as the Ravages come through. And Vala, she'll be taken down again. That's her 4th death, isn't it? Yeah, so she still has 5% from the Creed of the Hunter, but one Gambit left. The Siege Giants in bottom lane will not take down the keep. It's going to be down to about 1/3 of its HP. No turn availability for either side. A Nubrak checks the bush with a burrow, misses the Garrosh. Malfurion with a root down on the ground. Kerrigan ravaging in, trying to close the distance. No Vala for 35 seconds. The Horrify from Gul'dan splits 2 of the enemies. It is no level 20 on the right-hand side either, so no Haunt for extra distance to push them away for the extra 1 second. But the Tranquility from Malfurion's activated. Nubrak doubles back. I'm not sure about this potential re-engage here. Nubrak's able to burrow charge over to the right-hand side, but there's no sidewall. The body blocking from Brandon is pretty good. This corridor is nice for Hansa to get a great scatter off. The Groundbreaker into Liam, the Ravage in from Kerrigan, and they do take him down. Vala spawning in 5 seconds. A big Righteous Hammer to body block people from getting into the Hall of Storms, and Gul'dan does go down. Vala needs to make the most insane level 20 Farflight Quiver play as possible, but it's just not going the way of the Horde. They had a shining moment there. They had a shining moment, but I don't think this is going to be doable. Wait a second. Hold on. Garrosh and Hanzo do get taken down by Vala Manticore. She has Farflight Quiver, so she's got insanely good range. The core shielding is dropped, but it's taking forever to get through this. Vala clears out the catapults, which would have been some chunky damage. Now the core HP is actually dropping down. The death timer for Blaze. Kerrigan gets taken down. If Vala does this, this is going to be the most insane core defense I've ever seen. Cure has Ardent Defender, actually, so this is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. Cure can just pop Ardent Defender and keep smacking on the core. GG, well played. Lucio's still auto-attacking on the right-hand side. Ultralisk is unable to get the kill onto Cure, and what a possible cool moment at the end there, but it will be shut down by Ibtings on the Lucio. Just kept autoing that core. Very nice Hanzo damage. Very nice. That would have been hilarious if Vala actually cleared everything out right there. That would have been absolutely so funny to me. But the Alliance do take map number 1. GG, well played. Pay out to the one Alliance believer in chat. Whomst ever you are. But Vala 20 is so spooky. Yeah, Farflight Quiver. 20% base attack range, while at max HP, gain an additional 30% basic attack range. An 8.2 something range.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back into the NA in-houses. My name's Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have got the Alliance, who is up in this best of whatever. We have a Porky Diablo, Ibtings Lunara, Sai Lucio, Kier Genji, and Liam Hogger. Right side of the map is going to be the Horde, looking to put one up on the board for this series. We got a Tremor Johanna, Gaff on the Blaze, Shadow Moon Sylvanas, Brandon Hanzo, and Ultralist Deckard
5,
Cain.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You could potentially arrange your food in the form of pizza every day. That's true. That's true. Yes. Doing good. Hope you and Chad are doing well. I'm struggling to wake up a little bit today, but overall, it's a great day to stream. We got a bunch of fun content. We got Heroes casting, we got Stormgate casting, we've got Heroes Captains Clash. We got a chunky day of stream, but it's gonna be a fun day. As Porky's gonna be able to get a Shadow Charge onto Gaff here. Liam on the top side of this lane, getting poked out a little bit. A little oil slick down on the ground as well. Not Righteous Hammer, sorry, Staggering Blow to push back Hanzo and crew. The scatter goes out, but Liam's able to spin out. Old job, I had a coworker named Joe, and I would intentionally forget his name when talking to other coworkers just for this bit. It's like that bit from Super Troopers. Hey Farva, what's that place you like with all the goofy shit on the wall? Oh, shenanigans? So we get into bottom lane. We'll have our core back and forth over here. Shadow Moon getting really low to side. And the Lucio's able to jump away. I think there was actually a little sound wave from Lucio to interrupt Shadow Moon from getting that Haunting Wave teleport trigger. But it doesn't mean... It doesn't matter in the end. I mean, Sylvanas... Looks like she doesn't even jump away. She doesn't even hearth away. We do have Johanna going back for full. And no kills to be achieved. I mean, I guess you could argue like, oh yeah, you forced them out of lane. But realistically, everyone left lane after that engagement just to go get camps. Diablo checks the right side. Siege camp not grabbed yet. Bruiser camp's grabbed for the top lane. A little bit slower camp grabs on the right-hand side for the Horde in this map number 2. And we got odds on the prediction, and that's all I can ever ask for. Thank you, chat. Oh, wait, hold on. Little skirmish here in top. Shadow Moon does go down to Lucio. Cure a little low on the Genji. Mana and health. Starts hearthing in the bush. We got Diablo chilling not far away, but it looks like Blaze just rotates into top. And Genji's able to hearth out. First kill goes over the side of the Alliance. An overpowered Shadow Charge for Cure, or from Porky, sorry. Ultralisk is... I don't know about this Ultralisk. Yeah, it's not going to work out too well. And Deckard gets taken down. Diablo setting up to jump onto Brandon here, and oh, I can see the angle. I can see it's right there. Shadow Charge doesn't hit, but still. Lunara, uh-oh. Lunara's tanking some tower shots. This is not good for Porky. They need to take down the sidewall. Lucio comes in, and it looks like Hogger will go down in top lane. I apologize for that. Blaze getting the kill with the help of Sylvanas as the Haunting Wave. Oh, Cure goes in with the Swift Strike! You know what they say, chat? You know what they say about that?
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Deckard not being top with camps is a mistake. Oh, you mean here for this? Well, either way, we got 3-2 in kills, about 4 minutes in, not even 3.5 minutes in realistically. It's 7 talent here on both sides. We got a Boombox Lucio. One of my favorite level 7s for Lucio, honestly. It's such good utility you can get from it. It's essentially an infinite ward until it's either destroyed or replaced. You get 5 armor to the allies. And essentially, like, you could drop this off. Like, you could drop this off in, like, top lane over here and then head somewhere else and swap to healing, and Hogger can go and stand in it. So there's so much value. There's so much value with Boombox, and I think it's such an underrated talent. I think at level 7, just not everyone, obviously, not everyone, but a lot of people will go into reverse amp at level 7, and I don't know, Boombox I think is just such good utility. Regardless, my love for the talent aside, we have our 10 Talonteers coming through soon. Porky steps up onto this camp on the right-hand side, still tagged by Sylvanas. As Porky Firestomps getting some vision here, overpower, Shadow Charge into the Johanna, finds the edge of the wall, Haunting Wave from Sylvanas goes in as well. Iron Skin from the Johanna activated. The Scroll of Sealing finds a route onto Porky. Deckard Cain stepping up. Lucio tries to get to the point and steal it away or maybe knock people off, but it doesn't work out. As Tremor keeps stepping up, but is getting chunked by this Genji and the rest. And here comes Diablo back into the mix. There is a healing debuff onto the enemies with that emerald from Lucio, or from Deckard, but Lucio's able to get enough healing out at the end, and no one goes down. No trade to be had. Still Johanna picked off. Liam rotates in. A shadow charge from Porky onto Blaze. Gaff getting body blocked a little bit. Hanzo used the natural agility to jump into all of this, but may have made a mistake doing so. The scatter goes out, but it will still be Hanzo going down. Lucio getting the kill. Sai on this Lucio, the real assassin of the game. We've all made the same mistake playing Genji. I've never made that mistake because I'm a perfect Here's the Storm player who never makes a mistake ever. It's only my teammates' faults. If I don't get a kill, it's because my teammates didn't weaken the other person enough. It's totally not my fault. Nope. 10 talent here on the left-hand side. We have the Lightning Breath, the Leaping Strikes, a High Five Lucio, X-Strike, Genji, and the Hortipult for Hogger. As the Deflect is activated, the Hortipult in from Hogger gets the Staggering Blow. Savadas able to get the Haunting Wave towards the mid lane fort. Hanzo de-pushing up against this Dragonite in top lane, which does find the entire fort front gate. Got a minion wave onto the fort as well. A little bit of harassment over here.
His strength was never used.
And it looks like actually Diablo gets the kill onto Sylvanas after getting knocked out of the Dragonite, and Porky's like, how do I do this? Porky was like, do I try and shadow charge Brandon into a fort and then die, or do I stand against this wall and die? The two options for Porky there were dying. It's just, what terms did he want? On the right-hand side, we do have the 10s as well. We got the Stay a While and Listen. We'll have a Blessed Shield, Bunker, as well as Wailing Arrow and Dragon Strike. Dragon's Arrow, sorry. Should be Dragon Strike. Logically makes more sense. It's an arrow that strikes and stuns. I think Dragon's Arrow would summon a spinning blue dragon. Blizzard done goof when they did that one. Leaping Strikes onto Ultralisk. The Dragon's Arrow does connect. That will be a Stay a While and Listen activation. Oh no, it was they attempted to do. It was on 10 seconds. That's why I thought I saw the animation for it, but Deckard died. Lunara getting that kill before he gets the activation in time. There's going to be Brandon dropped low. Lunara chasing in. The auto attack damage should be enough, and the damage over time should be enough. Potion. Oh, no way. He gets that potion in time, but Sai still rolls on in, and that will be Lucio, Johanna, and Deckard going down in this engagement. Sylvanas and Blaze were currently managing things in bottom lane. The top lane fort shall go down.
Who will wield the Dragon Knight's ancient strength?
Genji hearthing out. Diablo as well. And the Horde, they're a little bit behind here. A 6-kill difference. A structure lead. Dragonite, first one, went over to the left-hand side as well. Our next objective phase will be up and available for contest in 2 seconds. Liam finishes up the south side Bruiser camp. And no invade on the right side siege camp. I thought I saw Diablo floating around over there, but not going to be the case. Brandon gets chunked a bit by Ibtings on the Lunara. Diablo, oh wow, that was really quick. Cure was already in position in top. Ibtings in the bottom lane with the rest of the team, and Diablo was ready to go with the channel on the Dragonite. Second Dragonite of the game goes over to the Alliance, and they will continue to open up the map further, this time through mid lane with the Dragonite. Genji jumps in, a couple of shurikens onto Johanna. Shuriken Mastery is done. Shin Gun level 13 was picked up. And speaking of 13, we'll have that on the right-hand side as well. Swift strikes out from Genji, just poking onto the fort here with that Shin Gun siege value. 95 souls, by the way, for Diablo, so he can actually get souls off of this wave here with a little Molten Breath. Scroll of Ceiling from the Deckard. There's a kick on to Blaze, pushing him away. Liam comes into the flank. It's a staggering blow. The Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. That's going to be a Dragon's Arrow. Stay one. Listen. Does connect on to the Diablo, but it still is going to be Hanzo and Deckard taken down here. Tremor getting low on the right. Ibting's trying to back away. Currently have Gaff getting smashed into a wall. Kier jumps in. The 360 Lightning Breath. It's more like a 90-degree Lightning Breath, but it don't matter. Lightning Breath activated. They cook up a Blaze. Shadow Moon so low. Genji thought about going over the wall, I think, for that one. Jumps in with the Cyber Agility. Getting the reset on those shurikens from his level 4. Right, Cyber Agility. Yeah.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Mid fort goes down. Bottom lane fort shall fall as well. It is a tremendous game for the side of the Alliance here. And an uphill battle would be an insult to Hills for the side of the Horde here, because it is absolutely... It is really difficult right now for our right side team. It's a 10 kill difference. Any sort of engagement is just not working out. Trying to maybe lock down the Genji's not going to work out because you got high fives from Lucio, you got mobility of Lunara, Hogger. Like, there's just so much mobility on the left-hand side through and through. I mean, every single character has some sort of mobility or jump or leap, if you will. And that'll be an immediate decimation of Sylvanas in bottom lane. Hogger chilling in the corridor on the left-hand side, waiting if there's a flank maybe coming in. He does have Hortipult available. Maybe he wants to block the enemies from getting through their gate, and that's absolutely going to be the case. Hogger goes in with the Hortipult. That's going to be a flank onto Lucia, or onto Hanzo, sorry. Genji gets that kill onto him. Kira now jumping in again. Cyber agility resetting. There's an X strike from Genji. Gaff gets inside the bunker. Doubles back inside. Gets some armor as well. The shadow charge into the wall. Lunar with the big burst as well. And Genji finds the kill. The Siege Giant still rocking through bottom lane. Hogger bounces in to the enemy Nexus area. Tanking a couple... was tanking a couple tower shots, but it looks like Hogger will be fine. Oh, no, that was the level 7 from Johanna. Lightning Breath cooks up Tremor. Shadow Moon so very low. Genji goes in. 1, 2. Okay, Potion comes out from Decker, but Lunara leaping strikes in. She'll be taken down by tower shots. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo was attempted to create some space, but it's not going to be enough. There is some healing debuff from Decker Kane with the Emerald, but not enough bonks in this world to be able to save. Not even Bonk Staff level 7. Porky does have souls. He's already going to be respawning in a second here. Kira's going to be taken down by Brandon. Liam probably killed here as well. Hortipults to the left-hand side. Staggering blow to create a little bit of space. Trying to avoid some of these oil slicks. Looks for the bounce, and Jesus.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Lord Hakos, thank you for the tier 2 for 21 months. Thanks for the jump scare. I appreciate it. Good timing on that, bud. Very good timing. And good to see you, General Kenobi. Thank you, Lord Hakos. First sub of the day. Thank you so very much. This game is basically impossible for Red. There's so much control between Lucio, Genji, Lunara. It's not fair. Would you say she has an unfair advantage? Because Lunara has a talent called Unfair Advantage. You see what I did there, Kalavoth? You won't get this level of Heroes to Storm humor anywhere else on Twitch. Porky's dead. And Hanzo is able to find something there for his with his team, not even for his team, with his team, because there were a couple of people around right there. And that's actually a shining moment for the side of the Horde. I mean, they got a kill. It's at least a little bit of experience to be pulled back in. They can start maybe looking for an offset fight down on the south side. Maybe even get a Dragonite. I doubt that latter half. I doubt they'll be able to get a Dragonite. But still, we'll see how things unfold in the next few minutes here. Diablo back in 25 seconds. Blaze pushing up the wave into mid. Genji just trying to clear out the minions. Jumps in. Swift strike through. Haunting wave with the Black Arrow activated by Sylvanas. Hogger stealing away the right side camp. He already got the left side as well. Blaze is going to discover him over here. And will Sagra... Oh, no, he won't? Oh, that is Terra awkward. Ancient Blessings activation from the Deckard Kane. I did hear a Dragon's Arrow going out from Hanzo as it's on 63 seconds of cooldown. Swift strike in, stay a while and listen. Catches the Genji and Lunara, but the no control from Hogger still goes in. Johanna goes down. Hogger damage over time? No way. What? Liam, how are you alive, dude? Okay.
The red team's core is in peril.
Well, it looks like the members of the Alliance have decided to end map number 2. Hanzo's gonna be melted by Diablo's lightning breath. We currently have a Blaze trying to defend, and I don't think this is gonna be like last game. I don't think we're gonna see a solo Blaze who's gonna start finding kill after kill and making the game seem like maybe they can possibly win this, but that is on our channel. GG, well played. The Alliance take map number 2 in the best of whatever here in the NA and houses. Wonderfully done. Wonderfully done. Oh. Somehow I get 1 sub and the sub count goes up by 2. Interesting. Okay, I'll take that. I'm not going to complain. Alright, it always throws me off. There's no intro lines for this map. Anyways, left-hand side, welcome back, everybody. We are here in the NA in-houses. On the left, we have our Alliance with Akir, Yrel, Ultraless Hanzo, Sai on the Deckard, Gaff on the Junkrat, and Porky Tyrael. Right side of the map, we're taking a peek at the Horde, trying to put one up on the board, and let's see if they can do it with an Albatox Sylvanas, Ibting's Tychus, Liam Blaze, Zim on the Rhaegar, and Tremor Diablo. Alright, let's see it. We get into mid lane, and we immediately already have odds on the gamble. Thank you, chat. Didn't even need to do the Twitch command. Thank you so very much, everybody, for participating. Tyrael chasing onto Tychus a little bit, activates the minigun. Gets a chunk of damage onto Tyrael here. Porky. Scroll of Ceiling from Deckard Cain, allowing a bit of zoning. There was a cleanse, I think, from Zim right there. Yeah, Purge was used. I was trying to get Tremor closer into Porky, who does get the overpowered Shadow Charge. Double potion down from Sai, and Porky heals up to just about where he was before the harassment in front of the fort front gate, as Ibtings scouts the rotation or maybe gets some information from his allies and backs away to safety. Did push the wave up, but Gaff makes quick work of that. Over in top lane, we've got Liam on the Blaze, getting hit with a nice scatter off the fort front wall from Ultralisk. Liam forced to tap well. A little bit of poke onto the tower from Hanzo's Storm Bow. Meanwhile, we'll see Haunting Wave into the camp on the right-hand side. Junkrat and Deckard over here on the left are going to be working on this one as well. Potions to the side. Gaff is going to be able to pick those up. And I think he's trying to use some... Yeah, he's kind of doing the box sort of rotation here, denying some of the hits from these from the null pack. But either way, Tychus heads back over to top lane, and it's looking pretty good siege-wise for Ultralisk and Cure, as they do get one of the towers down, a bit of damage onto the fort front gate. Deckard Cain up against Sylvanas in bottom lane. We all know that Sylvanas will struggle up against him, so she will back away. No, it's just because Junkrat's rotated in, and he's got a lot of really good poke up against her, especially with the frag launcher grenades and his auto attacks that do splash. Well, actually, all of that splashes. Back over in top lane, though. Cure caught out and will not be able to get the Avenging Wrath away, but I don't think it mattered. Even if Cure got the Avenging Wrath over the wall into this pocket, Liam would have been here with a Jet Propulsion or body blocking, so either way, Cure was destined to die, and first blood does go over to the side of the Horde. For the first time in our games today, I believe this is the first time Horde has had a first kill. I think the last 2 maps were the Alliance for both of those, as the Sapphire is applied to that Roderick Cube. Scatter off the wall, doesn't hit Liam this time, and that'll be the Hearth out from Tychus and Blaze. They'll get full mana and HP. Sylvanas managing mid. So we got the Concussion Mine at level 4 for our Junkrat. Might see the... So it's Boom Pow, probably see Bog down. Scroll of Ceiling does find the Rhaegar, but he's through the fort front gate. There's no minion wave here to press up, so Porky backs away, not wanting to tank free damage. Rhaegar already rotating out of the right side. A little early for the camp, but just going to be ready to go when it's here. Liam here to help out as well. And Junkrat's done the same thing on the left-hand side. Really good camp timing coming out from both sides. Tyrael maybe caught out over here. Tychus dashes in. The overkill activated, but a potion's picked up. And our objective phase is here, ready to go. Diablo gets the Fire Stomp. Is he going to Shadow Charge in? Tremor's thinking about it. Tremor is thinking about it. Concussion Mine is there. But Gaff is a little too low. Kier's going to jump in as well. The boop... The level 4 for Junkrat giving the cooldown reduction. Tremor, no. No, Tremor, no. Oh, we did it last game. We're going to do it again this game.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Unfortunate series of events for the Diablo right there. Tried to do anyways. Weird comp from Blue. It looks like a stall slash boss take comp and not much else. Yeah, I mean, on a map like this, yeah, Hanzo and Junkrat, fantastic for delaying out the objective and poking at the enemy team. And that's the nice thing, too, with this composition. They can really just whittle them down. And they can just kind of poke from range, cycling out their heroes. It's, yeah, I mean, it's like a... It feels like an indefinite delay composition. Especially post-level 16 for Junkrat with, I'm assuming, Endless Nades. Like, Endless Nades on this map is so very good for Junkrat. And they do it with the Hanzo, of course, as you're mentioning. They have the really good opportunity to burn down the boss with the, sorry, I always do this. The serrated arrows, not the never outmatch. That's the cooldown reduction. Y'all remember back when never outmatch was just literally just auto attacks and it wasn't hero specific? Like, Hanzo was literally first pick material. First pick, first ban material for Battlefield because of that. And then this change happened. He still is really popular. He still is, like, probably top 5 ranged assassins for that map. But not as heavily contested as we used to see. Porky trying to delay out this objective area. He's going to be taken down. I think he got, like, 2-ish seconds off of his death timer. Yo, Vito, what's up, bud? Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready to check out a bunch of stuff today. We got Heroes casting. We got Stormgate casting coming up in 2 hours. And then we have the Captain's draft later on. Captain's Clash draft. I have no idea how it's going to go. I think it's going to be giga scuffed, but you know what? Chat will be able to figure out who's on what team and get all pumped about it. Self-cast Ancestral will not work out right there for the Rhaegar, but Diablo goes in and smashes Hanzo up against the wall. That will be him going down. Tremor trying to back away. And unfortunately, he will not be able to do so. And that will be a 2-for-1 favoring the side of the Alliance. It still is 3-3 in kills, but now the Alliance, they're going for a channel on this objective phase number 1. 30 seconds to go. Sylvanas with 1 delay with the Haunting Wave. Hanzo is top 1 ranged assassin. I'm trying to figure out a joke in there, and I can't figure out something. I mean, I agree with you. I definitely think he's up there. I don't know who I would really consider, like, the #1 ranged assassin. Jet propulsion from Blaze. We all know it's really murky. And he might be like, but he doesn't have range. Yes, he does. He can throw things. He's got March of the Murlocs. Those are all at range. Riptire from the Junkrat coming through. Our Defender activated by this Urel. She'll heal up a little bit from that. Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas. The Sanctification from Material coming down as the Ancestor Healing will connect onto that Sylvanas. She backs away to the right-hand side. Displaced by the Concussion Mine of Junkrat. And the objective phase will go over to the left-hand side for the Alliance as Commandeer Odin, down to 300-something HP, helps clear out the wave, but starts Hearthing out of top. Yo, what's up, King Andrew? I definitely think Val is up there as well. Like, Vala, Sylvanas, Hanzo, Genji, probably some of the most common and popular ranged assassins out there. Ford in mid is going to be pressured currently. Good route from Deckard Cain coming through, also with the Emerald healing debuff to some of the enemies there off the Haradra Cube. But nothing else can happen outside of some siege onto the fort here. A bit of poke on a Tremor health bar. Urel's pushing up things in bottom. Sylvanas clears out top. We'll take stock of the lanes here in just a moment. Excuse me. So bottom lane Ford is down to about a 3rd HP. Mid lane is not far off from being destroyed here. A couple hundred on this, if I'm not mistaken. 2,100, but still. Less than the average ranged assassin health bar at this point, I think. Yep. He pulls a shark out of nowhere. If that's not range, I don't know what is, right? He summons a wave of murlocs. That's all at range. Anyways, top lane boss is going to be started here on the right-hand side by the Horde. Only one structure to go down so far, and it is this top lane fort, but as I mentioned, mid lane really low. Tyke is trying to clear that back. Hanzo checking boss and bottom. Liam doing the same. Yrel hasn't scattered this out in top lane, and she is about to in a second here, but it's only Yrel. The ally team is still has still a long rotation all the way from bottom lane. And it looks like they're actually going to try and pressure onto Yrel. Does she have Ardent Defender? She does. Deckard's almost here. Yrel knows it. She's going to jump onto the point. As I said, she's got Ardent Defender. She'll use that immediately. There's going to be a Righteous Hammer to bop the people away. Ancestor Healing into Tremor. Big stay while and listen onto a couple enemies right there. Lightning Breath 360 from Diablo activation. As Ziptings comes in, throws the grenade into the face of that Hanzo. And I can't believe it. The boss is stolen away by the Alliance. No flipping way on this one. Zim on the right side getting low. Deckard Kane goes down on the left. Zim trying to get away. Gets the well tap. Yrel still trying to chase in. Ibtings is a little low as well. Does get a heal from Rhaegar, as the Haunting Wave from Sylvanas is still going to be hit by Tyrael. He gets a little bit of cooldown reduction on his death timer, maybe 3 seconds off of that bad boy, but I can't believe it. They steal the boss. Wild. Honestly, that's wild to me that they got that. Ripper Air level 16, or level 13, by the way, for the Junkrat, trying to have a little bit more mobility here, and also just have another form of cooldown reduction for his concussion mine. As well as that Boom Pow level 4. That's a really good lockdown onto Tremor, and that will be Yrel with the Vindication taking him down. Diablo Souls Consumed. Tyrael comes in with the Holy Ground. That blocks Liam for a second here. There's also some healing debuff from Deckard Kane. Twin Flames thrown back. The Adrenaline Stim Pack gives mobility to Liam to get away from the Stay While and Listen. And Sanctification comes down from the Tyrael. Liam is trying to look for something, but it's just mitigated by the Sanctification. How unfortunate. Commandeer Odin is here as well, and it's, oh god, it's all falling apart for the side of the Horde. They had some shining moments at the beginning, but it does feel like this map is starting to unravel for the Horde here. As Zim and Diablo, I'm not too sure about this engagement. Yrel turns around. Diablo lands the Shadow Charge, creating a bit of space for Zim to back away. Chain Heal's coming out. A Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas trying to jump onto the backline. Ultralisk is going to get chunked a little bit, but not taken out. And here comes Tychus with the overkill. There's going to be a nice shield to Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas coming through, and Tychus gets the kill onto Hanzo. Haunting Wave to chase in further. The Holy Ground blocking a little bit. Meanwhile, Kira as Ardent Defender will activate that. There's a root from Deckard onto Zim, but Ardent Defender expires. And Tychus gets another kill. It's 8-5 in kills. Master Assassin with 5 stacks of the 15. And this will be second objective phase, up and available, 40 seconds of channel time needed, and Zim will reset for full mana, and alright, the Horde, they're back into it. Should have gone for D-Strike. I prefer B-Strike personally. Shadow Charge goes in. Jet Propulsion from, or not Jet Propulsion, sorry. There's the Jet Propulsion in. There was the Adrenaline Stim Pack. Stay One listens good onto a couple enemies. The bunker comes down from Blaze. The Sanctification from Tyrael. Diablo just trying to get inside the bunker, but he was locked up against the wall. There will be the objective phase channeled onto the right-hand side for the Horde as Kier tries to get the Avenging Wrath in, but things with the grenade gets the displacement, and meanwhile Blaze chases down Deckard. Now what's Blaze gonna do? Blaze is he's just literally trying to die as fast as possible. He is just trying to die. He's like, I'm guaranteed to die. Why not just get that death timer started? And it still will be a 2-for-1 as Junkrat takes down bottom lane fort. Mid lane fort did go down at some point. There's a relic of the past right there for anyone who misses it. We all do. Well, not too much is going to be gleaned off of this. I think we'll get some damage onto the mid lane fort. Sylvanas was pressuring onto Gaff here. Looks like the concussion mine allowed this Junkrat to get away. And bottom lane cleared out. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be much one out from this objective. Maybe they can push into mid. Does Sylvanas have Black Arrow? She does. Okay. So they can get mid lane for it. So at least, you know, parity in structures. It'll be one fort to one fort. Opposite sides of the map. Oh, wait, maybe not. Fight's starting to break out. Cure with the Righteous Hammer. Diablo gets the Shadow Charge. The Dragon Arrow goes right by Sylvanas. Lightning Breath activated, trying to slow down the enemies. The Concussion Mines pushing a few back. Mid fort still low. Top lane keep front gate taking some damage from that objective pushed up. Concussion Mine in. Sanctification down from Material. Tychus is like, cool, I'll just take down the fort. I'm probably going to die. I might as well get some siege. Stay well and listen finds the Rhaegar. Self-cast Ancestral onto him. Minus 15 armor. He gets inside the bunker, but I think he's dead either way. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze tries to create some stun space, but it's not enough. And the Horde will hemorrhage a few members here. Diablo, 90 souls currently. And I think realistically, you just want to die. Well, it is 10-9 in kills. We're about 18-18 in our levels. It is a fairly close map number 3. Though a boss for bottom will be called, and I'm sure that was seen off the minion wave in bottom. Blaze Sylvanas in top. Junkrat currently checking boss. Just getting some player vision here between both sides.
Looks like they're good.
Where are we going over here? What's going on with this? Okay, so they will see. Yeah, they will see Blaze and stuff. Who did start hearthing actually apparently. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Liam. Uh-oh, Liam. Uh-oh, Liam. I'm not too sure about this. Yikes forever. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. Liam kind of dying the same way he did after taking down Deckard in bottom lane, just kind of running into the tower shots like, all right, well, my positioning's not good. I shouldn't be here. I'm definitely dead. Bottom lane boss was cleared away. Doesn't get the keep front gate. We did have the minion wave pushed up in top. Boss in top is being worked on. Objective phases being channeled as well. And that's the Seraphim self-cast for Cure. Trying to get away. Doesn't want to use Ardent Defender. Has it off a cooldown. 27 seconds to go on the channel time of this objective. 94 souls for Diablo. And that boss in top lane is grabbed. That will guarantee the fort in top lane. Get some damage onto the keep front gate. Unless they prioritize clearing out the boss, then they'll just lose the fort. But Gaff with the channel here on the left-hand side. We have 1 second on Blaze Death Timer. Level 20's Bullseye, Respect the Elderly, Cannonballs. We've also got the Holy Arena for Arterial. On the right side, it's going to be Bolt of the Storm, Big Red Button. We've got the Burn Notice for our Blaze, actually. No Fortified Bunker. Ancestral Healing, Farseer's Blessing, and the Hellgate for Diablo. At top lane fort, as I mentioned, does go down. The objective face channel to the Alliance. Cure goes in with the Avenging Wrath, Righteous Hammer, self-cast Seraphim. And, this is a pretty promising push right now with the objective phase as well. Boss in top lane getting chunked heavily. Some scatters from Hanzo to scout and poke. I'm just waiting to see what we got going on here. Some fire stomps coming out. Diablo, he's full on souls. Odin's here with the big red button trying to clear out the wave. Decker Kane, Scroll of Sealing does find one route. Concussion Mine from Junkrat onto Rhaegar as well. Another Seraphim. Big stay while and listen with that Respect the Elderly. The Ancestor Healing onto Diablo, but that's going to be mostly mitigated by the Emerald of Deckard Cain. Sylvanas is the one to be taken down. Ardent Defender from Cure will expire right there. Objective phase pushing top and bottom. Mid lane cleared away. Big red button gets another hit onto the wave, and it's about to expire. The Odin, I mean. Bottom lane cleared away. Hellgate in from the Diablo. Trying to find something here. Porky taking a couple tower shots. The scroll is sealing the bullseye. Rhaegar just not able to play the game right now. The sanctification coming down from Material. They want to take out Zim, but it doesn't seem like Rhaegar actually will fall. The mid lane keep shots are pretty good. Shadow charge onto Tyrael. Porky trying to back away. Another root. There's a lightning breath from Diablo, but the scatter from Hanzo is insane right there. I gotta see this really quickly. Scatter dealing 951 damage. 7 overkill on Diablo. Wow. Like every scatter went into Diablo right there, I do believe. Every arrow. Porky low will be taken down. Let's see, will he get death timer reduction? He actually got like 6 seconds off his death timer, just about. Good scatter from Hanzo, finds the last little bit of Tychus health bars. We also have Rhaegar going down. Sylvanas, Haunting Wave, Wailing Arrow. Stay well and listen to Zone. That's a Dragon's Arrow onto Diablos. He will die back, and this is one lone Sylvanas to defend. She will Bolt of the Storm away. But I think this bottom lane keep falls, and I think this may just be game. The Alliance may just be on an absolute tear here today. As the cavalry's done, Sylvanas the lone defender. All right, Albatox. Time for the big YouTube play. Time to pop off. Concussion Mine, no activation. A little bit of poke onto the Sylvanas. The chorus getting a little bit low here. Down below 50%. Haunting Wave in. There's going to be some... The Windrunner double Haunting Wave trying to play by this keep. The Riptire from Junkrat should take down Sylvanas here. And that'll wrap up that fight with a... Team kill. Liam just now respawning, but it doesn't matter. GG, well played. Drekthar falls, and the Alliance takes another victory here in today's Best of Whatever in the NA in-houses. GG, well played. Well, the Alliance is nigh unkillable. Alliance gets paid out once again. Is it Oops All Alliance wins today? We're gonna find out. Still got a couple hours until Stormgate casting, so until then, we'll just be doing a bunch of Heroes of Storm. Chilling, hanging out, chatting. Speaking of, we're going to go ahead and roll out some ads. Now's a good time to use your Prime Gaming if you have not. I'm going to go grab myself a cup of tea, and when I come back, we'll get into our next map of the Best of Whatever. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being amazing, chat.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Welcome back, everybody, into the NA in-houses. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of the Alliance up in this Best of Whatever, as they will have a Psy Brightwing, Ultralisk Maiev, Porky Muradin, Shadow Moon Blaze, and Brandon on the Falstead. Right side of the map will be the Horde with a Tremor Varian, Ibting's Hanzo, Zim on the Rhaegar, Liam Yrel, and Kier Li Ming. Twitch predictions up and available. Who do you believe will win this map number 4? Will it be a continued domination from the Alliance, or will we be seeing the Horde find their first victory today? Not sure about that barrel roll out the gate right there. It was kind of a burn of mana. You don't get any shielding from it. I mean, well, the shielding isn't indefinite. You don't have that level 4 yet. It is a Q build Falstead currently. Adrenaline Stim Pack, Nice Memento, Hypershift Brightwing. We are on live patch, so it is the reduced Hypershift. We'll see what the level 7 is going to be. I'm curious at this rank of play what they prioritize. I've been seeing a lot of players picking up the Peekaboo at level 7 to kind of bolster the phase shift value. In the past, it was pretty much like always critical missed at level 7. So we'll have to see. Who knows? We have also been seeing a lot of Brightwings going into Dreamshot with Sticky Flare at 4 and 7, and then also going into Hush at level 16 instead of the Critter Eyes. Ooh, that Arcane Orb almost connecting into Psy right there. Wouldn't have gotten a kill, but it would have dropped that Brightwing even lower. Maiev currently working on this camp below, and the members of the Horde have to know this is happening. But Tremor's not a real boy yet. He's not a real man. He's just a boy. He's just a level 2 variant with an overpowered level 1. We have a simple geometry Hanzo on 3 stacks currently. We got 7k to 10k. All right, well, Appreciate the predictions on the line. Blaze and Yrel in top lane. Ultralisk comes in with the Spirit of Vengeance, lands the Umbra Bind. Kira's going to be pulled in. The Jet Propulsion lands the stun. The body block is pretty good. The Righteous Hammer to push back Shadow Moon and Ultralisk. Liam trying to get out of here on his Yrel. He'll be slowed with the Oil Slick, but he will not be chased any further as Maiev now goes for the top lane Impaler camp. First objective phase will be announced here soon, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, we're about a minute from contest. 30 seconds to go for the announcement. You'll probably see both teams split off for their Impaler or their Fallen Shamans here in a moment. Pin down from Maiev, level 4. Magic Spit. Reverb. Got the barrel roll with the indefinite shielding now. Okay. Not too bad on this. There's the Immortal announcement. North-south positioning, and then it will go to east-west. The first objective and its second phase are standardized, and then we get into the RNG of it all in the initial spawn and where it rotates to in the halfway mark. Soothing Mist activated by the Brightwing right there. Looks like that was just to get rid of the CC applied. Fallen Shamans grabbed on both sides. A little early on the left. You can actually see it's already in lane, and the objective timer's still going. This in top lane is just getting into lane, so it's a little bit better timing from the Horde. Maybe like a second or two difference, realistically. Just if you get this out into lane too early, then it's easy to clear away. You don't get the displacement and what's the word? Distraction during the objective phasing to the enemy team. Taunt from Varian. There's an Arcane Orb combination from Kir coming in. The Shadow Moon looking for the Jet Propulsion with the last little bit of mana available. That is going to be the Adrenaline Stim Pack activation. Phase shift from Brightwing as well coming through. It's level 6 on both sides almost. No Talontier advantage. No real major advantage to either side as the Immortals, as I mentioned, go into race potential sides. Brightwing, you know, the real racer here is going to be getting a couple autos in, but decides better to jump over to the allied side and maybe get some of those ticks of healing from her trait. Muradin Dwarf tossing in, looking for the Stormbolt, and Tremor can't find anything. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze misses the CC, and this is looking like it will be objective phase number 1 over to the side of the Horde. Once they get this 109 last bit of HP, there we go. Alright. Well, it's a 1 to 697.9 payout if the Alliance wins. Thank you to whoever put 10 channel points in the Alliance there. Appreciate it, bud. The Immortal in top lane was just taking a look at the bottom lane skirmish there. Taunt from Varian onto Maiev. The phase shift from Brightwing will help out. No kill onto Ultralisk. Currently have Maiev Fan of Knives being thrown out. No pin down done. No pin done. Then lands the point blank Stormbolt to scatter from Hanzo. Still on 5 stacks. As Li Ming thought she was pulled in by the Umbra Bind there, but I think it was actually Varian. The Immortal will be taken down. Brandon a little bit low. Combinations huge into Ultralisk, who's able to blink away, but is not able to get away from the last bit of damage of Varian, almost giving double reset over to Li Ming off of Porky right there, who will be able to mount up, get the trait to kick in. It is going to be Muradin Dwarf block level 1, Dwarf launch level 7, so he doesn't have any third win. Extra healing, 77 HP for Tremor, but no one can take him down. Yo, Ninja, what's up, bud? Hope you got some good sleep last night. Somebody stole my good sleep, because I did not get much. Cure is trying to find a reset, but is a little bit low. What's up, BRB Soaking? Thank you so much, bud. I appreciate it. I'll be over there after this game. So, however long Battlefield takes. Anywhere from, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Somewhere, so, you know, 5 to 15 minutes I'll be there. I appreciate the heads up, bud. Thank you. Thank you, yeah. You're doing Predecessor until 5 a.m.? Oh, no. Well, hopefully you got some good sleep after Predecessor. Blaze in bottom lane is currently pushing things up. We've got Liam looking to get out of here. Also, BRB Stoking, is that on EU? I'm assuming I'm hoping you're still here. Just so I know which server to log into. Alrighty, our Immortals spawning here is going to be in the north-south positioning. 10 talent here almost here as well for both sides. Taunt onto Ultralisk. Good scatters coming out from Hanzo. Oh, sorry, I was cycling through the other numbers. I forgot. That's not the right one. My gosh, I'm all over the place today. Alright, so we've got Dragon's Arrow, Ancestor Healing, Ardent Defender, and Wave of Force. On the opposing side, it's a Haymaker Muradin. Oh, wait, Dragon's Arrow onto 2. There's going to be a Soothing Mist activation of Brightwing. Gus from Falstead pushed in. Burrow Bind into the Warden's Cage. A big Ancestor Healing onto one target, but that still has Li Ming to go down. Rhaegar picked off as well. Tremor going to get absolutely blown up as well. A Haymaker from Muradin displaces Liam. He does not have Ardent Defender for another 108 seconds. And it's the Alliance coming out on top of that engagement. And I just look over and I see it is 10 channel points to 7,000. The one Alliance believer, if the Alliance wins this, that's going to be ridiculous. Well, Immortals move over to their opposing sides. Looks like they're going to be on race potential sides here. I do believe this is, yeah, so Liam's going to harass on the left-hand side, but I don't think it's going to stall out. Whoa, actually. No, ooh, this is going to be close. Okay, very, very close. 605 difference. Liam is being chased down right now. Avenging Wrath, but there's an Umbral Bind immediately from Maeva. Jet Propulsion from Blaze, and she is taken down. Liam is picked off. They do tag the camp before it disappears, so at least there'll be that sort of consolation experience. And camp for the top lane, but here we go. Siege into top. The Immortal moves into melee mode, as it does lose its shielding. Falstad in the flank with a Gust available, but he doesn't find the angle he's looking for. A couple autos onto the minion wave here. 54 stacks currently on our bird. This will be our top lane fort. Taking down the Immortal. It's still around 50% or less HP. Gust from Falstad, Umbral Bind from Maiev. Actually, there's a little miscommunication there. A little side float from Falstad avoids the Dragon's Arrow of Hanzo, and that's Porky getting low, but will not be taken down.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Top fort does go down in the end. Umbral Bind onto Zim. There's a Warden's Cage as well. Porky gets hit with an Arcane Orb. Meanwhile, Liam looking for the flank, trying to give a reset over to Kira, but they just don't find it yet. Currently have our Brightwing a little bit low here as well. Avenging Wrath in. That's going to be a self-cast Ancestral. No kill onto Rhaegar, as Ultralisk is a little bit low on the left-hand side. This will be a Jet Propulsion away by Blaze. Bottom lane fort goes down as well during all of this. 2 forts have fallen in favor of the Alliance. As they look to back away, the Horde's still trying to chase for some sort of kill, but they won't find anything. Oh, whoa, I heard a variant taunt, my bad. I thought we were done right there. Porky, not taken down by Cure. And Zim's got a reset. Ibtinks has to reset. Just about everyone's got a reset over here on the right-hand side. I mean, you can even kind of say the same for the left for the Alliance as well. It looks like Porky tapped well. Ultralisk will need to reset off of this. Brandon's going to get full mana as well. Shadow Moon already doing said reset. Alrighty. Bottom camp is grabbed. Let's see what we got going on here for the Alliance. What do they want to do to continue pressuring into the Horde here? This could be a... I mean, technically we're doing a best of 7, right? If the Alliance wins this next game, we'll just call it a best of 7. We are going to head over to the Ravencourt games and after this one, since we can... I know chat loves live games. They're addicted to them. Rell in bottom lane. Gets the Righteous Hammer, the Oil Slick Polymorph. Goodbye, Yrel. Falstad flies in, looking for the Gust. That's a really good angle right there into the sidewall. Zim gets hit with a big hammering, and oh, there's no big follow-up there's no follow-up to that. Big old Gust. Unfortunate. Our third Immortal will be worked on here on the right-hand side of the map. It is 15 to 13, 5 to 3 in kills. Fort still available on the left-hand side for our Alliance crew. And they will be able to take this Immortal to the second phase. Stormbolt onto Varian. Good hammering burst damage from Brandon as the Haymaker comes through, and Tremor will get the Ancestor healing in time. The Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo getting a stun onto the enemies. Warden's Cage comes down from Maya. Varian's the one to go down. Enemies bouncing all around from this Warden's Cage, just using almost every single wall. And that will be a Rhaegar to fall. Sai low on the Brightwing. Yrel trying to find some sort of counter kill. Pops the Art Defender. Brightwing blinks over to Falstad. Umbrobind pulls Kier out of position. Liam low gets the Avenging Wrath over the wall, but Muradin Dwarf tosses in to make the chase happen. And now Liam, with no Ardent Defender available, Kier unable to get a reset and help out the ally. That'll be a triple kill to the side of the Alliance. 8 to 3 in kills, and our Immortal still has the second phase on the race potential sides. So, the members of the Horde will start racing on the right. They don't anticipate to win this, but they can at least weaken the shielding. Let's take a look here. Top lane, keep front gate. So at the current health, I believe the Immortal will go into top. Camp on the right is grabbed. Perky can't get here quick enough. Misses the Stormbolt. The taunt comes through. But this camp will get no lane value. So we head over into top lane. Immortal pushing in. Could be a promising push here for the side of the Alliance. Bottom lane currently is Brightwing and Maiev. Brightwing can obviously phase shift up into top. Looking to harass onto Liam here, drop him down to about 50%. Looks like Ardent Defender's still up in still down for 40 seconds. And charges in. Arcane Orb's coming in as well. Entire fort front gate wall is taken down. Ultralisk looking for an angle into all of this as well. Muradin Dwarf tosses in. The wave of force self-cast from Kier, trying to back away. There will be a taunt onto Falstad. Shadow Moon misses the Jet Propulsion on the low side of this engagement. The Immortal with a spin, pushing enemies around. The bunker comes down from Blaze just in time, but Yrel with the Avenging Wrath will be able to take down the Blaze. The Immortal will confirm the keep and head to core, but the fight breaks out in top lane. Muradin able to Dwarf Toss away. Ultralisk is definitely dead right there, giving a reset over to Li Ming. The Immortal is currently on the course shielding, but that's a double kill for the side of the Horde. I think they just back away and clear out their stuff. No, they're still just chasing right into this. Okay. Meanwhile, the Immortal is going to get... It's not going to take down the core, but it's going to get a good chunk of damage. One more auto, 2 more autos? Wow, actually, there's a lot more health on this than I anticipated. 50% of the core has gotten off that Immortal. And it really does feel like the Horde are literally like, okay, we're just gonna win off of that triple kill we just got. But no, they managed to get a top lane for it. I assume they'll get bottom lane. No, I mean there's still so much fort front gate and defensive structures in the way. Brightwing, Muradin, and the rest of the crew are already rotating down. Falstad flying in as well. Gust is available. Big hammering burst. There's a Gust just to push away the enemies, so the taunt into Porky does connect. And it's 104 stacks, by the way, for this Falstad. Varian charges in, has the Mortal Wound level 13. That's why you see that minus 40 on Muradin's health bar right there. Blaze in the flank, an Arcane Orb not connecting. Maiev looking for an angle to jump in onto this, and I think she's found a huge one. That's going to be a Warden's Cage onto Kier and Rhaegar. The Dragon's Arrow going into this as well. And Rhaegar, Ancestor healing on a 10-second cooldown. Good stun coming out. Falstad. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Throws the hammering. Already knows it's going to kill. Starts floating on over here to try and help out with the kill onto Yrel, and they will confirm the kill. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the Alliance will take this map and this best of 7 series. It was totally a best of 7 series in a 4-0. We are going to be heading over to EU for some Ravencourt casting for the next hour and some change. We got Stormgate at noon, so until then we'll do some Ravencourt. And that'll be to wrap things up. And I can't believe it. Alliance Believer about to get paid out. 1 to 697.9 for the Alliance Believer. Nicely done. Twitch Gamble's up and available. Let's get back into it. We are here in the NA in-houses because EU just doesn't want me to cast them. I don't know. Anyways, left-hand side, we've got the Alliance with still a lead of 4 maps in this best of whatever. We got a Porky Diablo, Sai on the Dahaka, Ultralist Li Ming, Kier on the Malfurion, and Brandon on the Hanzo. Right side of the map will be the Horde with a Tremor Muradin, Ibtings on your Sylvanas, Zim Brightwing, Liam Urel, and Shadow Moon on the Junkrat.
Let the battle begin.
Here we go into map number 5 of the day. We're just going to pretend like we never took a break to try and cast EU. Steel Trap in the bush. Enhanced Agility to Haka level 1. We'll also be seeing the Hyper Shift for the Brightwing as well at level 1. Still the priority. Urel Avenging Wrath in, Overpower onto Liam. Righteous Hammer with the answer right back into Porky and friends. And a Sonic Arrow to check the bush. 440 on the Alliance to win, 0 on the Horde. Okay. Liam Urel, immediate Righteous Hammer to the face of Dahaka here, who answers with a Dark Swarm and Drag. Liam trying just to back away, using the tower shots to zone, and I do apologize. It looks like Hanzo goes down in the bottom lane. First blood over the left-hand side, or the right-hand side of the Horde. More pressure into the fort front gate here, as this is going to be your Sapper Camp stolen away by the Horde. Hanzo has respawned. He's still working his way in. Porky looking for an angle to Shadow Charge into someone that finds the Brightwing. Immediately overpowers Shadow Charge. Zim low activated that Soothing Mist. There will be a Concussion Mine on the point, blasting Junkrat away. And it looks like no kill or no steal onto this camp from the side of the Horde here. And actually, they still have their own Sapper Camp to work on, as this will be the natural agility to chase onto the Brightwing. She throws back an Arcane Flare, and that'll be the end of the chase onto her. Tremor. Poked at a little bit here and there. Simple geometry for Hanzo is at 15 stacks already. Concussion Mine to push back the Sappers. Diablo a little bit low, trying to find an engagement onto Brightwing. I wasn't anticipating that. There's a Fire Stomp that wakes up the Junkrat from that Emerald Dreams level 1 of Malfurion. One Sapper is going to be taken down as it tries to rush in. Concussion Mine actually blasted over the wall, but it still gets the charge into the tower. And it seems like the Alliance are doing just fine here. Alright, Urel for top lane continues to soak up for the allies around. Dahaka doing his double soak, already on one stack of enhanced agility. A Stormbolt from Muradin, Concussion Mine. Brandon got turned into a pig, gets the natural agility away. There's a Shadow Charge into the wall. Tremor, Phase Shift from Brightwing. Another Concussion Mine set up on the ground, but they're going to chase it onto the Hanzo, trying to take him down. Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas, and they do manage to take him out of the engagement. There will be a simple geometry completion, but the Horde finding a double kill in this bottom lane engagement just before the objective phasing, as Ultralist gets hit with a Stormbolt, throws back some magic missiles, but those will not be connecting onto Tremor, as the Concussion Mine further pushes Li Ming and friends away. Ibtings with the channel over here. We have Dahaka harassing onto Liam. They're going for the 40-0 Dream. Is it possible? What's up, Birdim? How you doing, bud? Still have 2 objectives on the top side of the map. Righteous Hammer. No 40-0. Well, actually, Brightwing got interrupted by Malfurion with a root right there, so no phase shift onto Liam. No assistance from the allies. Still, the left side is available. Ibtings will get the right. Liam with the Avenging Wrath away. Li Ming in bottom lane is getting poked up by Muradin and Junkrat, and Sylvanas will get a delay onto Kier here, unless... No, they're just going to try and take down Brandon. Little surprising. Also, Cure on Malfurion. We don't see Cure on a healer very often, so it's actually kind of interesting on that one. Concussion Mine build for our Junkrat continues. Explosive Arrow. We've got the Holy Avenger as well. No Avenging Wrath armor for the allies, but it makes sense. I mean, Urel's pretty much just going to be solo laning, so this gives you the cooldown reduction when you hit the enemy here with a fully charged Avenging Wrath. Here comes the Brush Talk in from the Dahaka. Zim very low on the Brightwing. He's going to get some self-cast Pixie Dust, trying to get away from Porky. Dahaka, though, came in with that Brushstock, had the Dark Swarm active. That gave a reset over to Li Ming, as Ibtings is trying to get away and will not be taken down. A root onto Muradin. Combination from Li Ming does connect onto Tremor. Dwarf tosses away, but I don't think he's going to Dwarf toss out of this engagement. It's a 32 to 36 kill, or 32 to 36 HP game on the cores. And our 10 Talonteers soon at the top of the screen, so we cycle through the other numbers as always. Junkrat for the camp in the top. 5 minutes in, that means the boss is here, and no one believed on the Horde. Wow, alright, well I guess we'll skip Twitch predictions today. No point in doing them. Barky tanking a couple tower shots. Little Arcane Orb thrown out right there as well. Some scatters coming out from Hanzo, poking on to Li Ming. Muradin Dwarf tosses in, lands a Stormbolt immediately on to the Diablo, who does get a cleanse from Cure. Here comes Yrel with a flank Righteous Hammer. Porky trying to get away. The Fire Stomp from Diablo won't be enough, and Li Ming does go down. There's a reset for... Excuse me, Sylvanas and Diablo will be traded. Li Ming finding the kill into Sylvanas. Getting that reset there as well. Trying to find a reset off of Tremor, and the Arcane Orbs are not connecting. Haymaker from Muradin. Another Haymaker game. Malfurion, he's caught between a wall and a Brightwing and a couple tower shots. Lands the root, but Brightwing is still able to get that last auto attack in. Tremor throws back the Stormbolt. The Wave of Force from Li Ming is not enough, and they can't take down the Muradin, who will get the face shift from Brightwing. Riptire from Junkrat activated here. Dahaka trying to back away, as currently have Yrel jumping into that backline, taking down the mage from Diablo. What's up, Dem? How you doing, bud? Friggin' Porky. Shadow Charge, speaking of Porky, he Shadow Charges in, gets hit with Mind Control, activates Lightning Breath, and will be taken down. 3 to 8 in kills, favoring the side of the Horde here in map number 5. Good casting. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words, bud. We are going to be doing a bunch of casting today. We got Stormgate coming up in less than an hour. Very much been enjoying doing Stormgate casting, so we'll be continuing to add the Alpha Navigators Cup into our casting repertoire for the weeks. Fun games. Yeah, I mean, it's NA in-houses, so you get to see some high-level players. A lot of repeated characters. Like, we don't get, like, crazy, unique stuff like we do in NGS or Heroes Lounge, but, you know, it's fun to see some top players go up against each other. What's up, Saddle? How you doing, bud? You used to in-house with him? Oh, with Porky? Alright, couple grenades thrown out by Junkrat. We'll have Dahaka still in top lane, 5 stacks of enhanced agility, so he's got mount speed for 5 seconds after tapping a bush, but he still can continue to stack that up to 140%, which is 10% faster than mount. 3 sappers in bottom to be pushing in. Lightning Breath, Isolation, Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo will not connect. The Black Arrows from Sylvanas will be activated here. The Lightning Breath from Diablo coming out as well. Zones a few enemies back. Diablo finds the Shadow Charge. Tremor getting the phase shift from Brightwing, who gets the immediate blink away. The Haymaker on Muradin displacing Porky, and he does go down. There's going to be Dahaka in this mix as well. It's a 4v5 favoring the side of the Horde here. And Dahaka with the Lurker Strain. A little bit of... Ooh, wait, hold on. That's Hanzo displaced with the Righteous Hammer, Avenging Wrath. Or Ardent Defender activated. But it does look like to me this will be 4 more shots into the side of the Alliance.
Do not disappoint me.
Drag from Dahaka. It's really good damage into Malfurion. He is going to be taken down. The Mind Control almost finding Ultralisk from Ibtings, but we get back into the bottom lane. There's going to be a bit of displacement onto Dahaka and the Stormbolt as well. The phase shift from Brightwing coming through to an ally. And now Tremor trying to get to safety here. Will be able to get away. The Black Arrows from Sylvanas did lock down the towers. They can dive in. Black Arrow still active from Ibtings for a few more seconds here. And they will be able to confirm the bottom lane bell tower. Brandon is getting chunked. He gets bashed up against the wall, but he won't be taken down. Gofty, I remember Gofty. I said 4 shots. Let me correct myself and say 5 shots will go into the enemy core. 19 to 36 in our core HP. As the Horde are looking to put one up on the board here. We got a 10-kill lead. Haymaker from Muradin pushes Diablo into the wall, but not through or out. That's going to be a concussion mine, actually, getting the displacement they're hoping for. Diablo Shadow charges right back in. The arrow will go right by some enemies. Cure low and taken down. The Riptire from Junkrat focusing onto Porky here, looking for the displacement back towards the enemies. A Shadow charge to create some space, but Diablo can't have enough or find enough space to back away. He does go down, and looks like 1 Sapper still available. 3 more. Okay, no, it's just these 3. 1 makes it over the wall, 2 more on the way, so we could be looking at a Muradin going in deep. That's another dwarf, not dwarf toss, sorry. Sapper's going over the wall. Boom, boom, boom. Triple Sapper in as another camp is available on the right-hand side. Some respawns are happening, but it's a 3 to 16 kill game. Level 16 to level 13 and a half. Oh, Tremor Muradin? Oh, Tremor's fantastic as a tank. Tremor's an absolutely fantastic tank player.
One smile, the altars rise from the depths.
Porky finds the angle into Ibtings, but here comes Tremor with the Haymaker onto Cure. Dahaka, I think, had a drag onto Liam, who's now looking to chase in a little bit right now. The fight's a little split, but Diablo goes down the low side of our screen. Tremor goes in with the Dwarf Taunt. Has the heavy impact, actually, I think. Did he go Dwarf Launch as well? He did. And double objective phase. By the way, Sappers in bottom lane. Li Ming will be here. She'll clear things out. Mid lane, bell tower being worked on. Cure. Hit with a Stormbolt. There's Muradin trying to find the angle for the Haymaker, I do believe. And actually, he didn't have it. Maybe he did. It was on 10 seconds right there because the Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo. Because it looks like Sylvanas may have been trying to go for mind control as well. Yrel gets the left-hand side. That's 5 shots in. It could be a total of 10 shots. As that bottom left bell tower is still there. That's going to be a polymorph onto Dahaka, turned into a pig. Mind control. There's a Righteous Hammer. Liam just trying to back away. Looking not to give any resets over to Ultralisk on that Li Ming. Muradin Haymakers the Li Ming right into the loving arms of Sylvanas, who's got a barrage of damage. And now the pressure continues from the Horde here. The Lightning Breath from Diablo activation. Muradin dives in deep. They're focusing on the Hanzo. Brandon can't get out, and he'll be taken down. Diablo, he doesn't have full souls, I do believe, and he should be full death timer right here as he gets the overpower, but that's about it. Bell tower grab through mid. 6 shots will go into the enemy core. It could actually be an entire objective phase of 15 damage. 5 from the initial hit, 6 from this right side, and maybe boss as well. But ooh, we're going for barrage, chat. We're looking to make this a quick map number 5.
Destroyed a fort.
Malf is weak. I mean, he's not getting tons of value this game, but I don't think he's like a weak healer. Especially with a Li Ming with Innervate value. Dwarf Toss in. That's going to be a mind control finding the Diablo. Ultralisk getting low, but that is Porky taken down. And there will be a Dahaka getting a channel, but the barrage does continue, and this is looking like it will be the end of the map through the Raven Court, or the Raven Lord barrage. Riptire going out from Junkrat right there. Yrel gets the kill onto Dahaka, but yeah, this is the last bits of shots coming out. Malfurion falls. Li Ming will go down as well. And that is GG over to the side of the Horde. They take this map with a dominant 3 to 26. Or 6 to 23. 26, I can't talk, whatever. Use your main Longo, you don't like him now? I mean, he's changed. He's changed a lot over the years. I like Lucio and Deckard personally. Those are the healers that I like to play. All right, let's go ahead and roll out some ads. Now's a good time to remind you that if you have Amazon Prime, to use your Prime Gaming here. And you won't get ads. You get amazing emotes and you support the stream. And we've dropped a sub, but, you know, we're kind of close to Silent Hill 2 Remake. It's only a casual 29 subs away. Very casual.
Prepare yourselves. The battle begins shortly.
Welcome back, everybody, into the NA and Houses in our Best of Whatever series. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of the Alliance with a Porky Anubarak, Sai Brightwing, Zim on your Maiev, Ibtings on the Genji, and 10 deaths on the Orc. I wonder if they'll have 10 deaths or 9.
Battle begins in.
Ah, my shoulder blade's killing me today. On the right-hand side, we're going to be looking at the Horde. We'll have a Cure Blaze, the Cure on Hanzo, which is probably Madara or something like that. Oh, it won't be Madara. Madara's on Junkrat. We got a Tremor, Mal'Ganis, and Dentori Anduin. All right, well, we got a Cure clone somewhere here. I'm not sure who the player is actually. Couple Fell Claws coming out from Mal'Ganis, lands the CC onto Porky right there. Genji jumps in, couple shurikens onto Madara. Umbra to pull some of the enemies back. A huge swift strike through. And a Chastise locks Genji in place, allowing Hanzo, the Shimada brother, to take him down. Anubarak gets the Impale of the Tremor here. Night Rush will be met with a Polymorph of Brightwing. Here comes the phase shifts from said Brightwing. Umbra to pull a few enemies back. The Fan and Knife resets are pretty good, and Hanzo will not be taken down. Trying to land some Storm Bow shots, into the enemies. Scatter level 1 was the pickup, though. 7 stacks of the 20 on the simple geometry. A couple Fell Claws coming out from our Mal'Ganis there. Excuse me, I thought Madara was going to go down on the right side of our screen. Not going to be the case as Notori gets a couple heals out with the Divine Star and Flash Heal. Madara heads over to mid lane. He's going to need some mana. Oh, you just got that back. Never mind. 10 deaths on this Leoric, rotates in through mid just to pick up some more gems and help out with the wave clear. Phase shift from Brightwing over here on the left-hand side to this Bruiser Camp, as we have Bruiser Camp straight between both sides, but of course, a bit faster over here on the right from the Horde. Fell Claws and such will be taking out the minion wave. Anubarak burrows in, looking for the Hanzo, lands the max distance burrow charge, and it's actually Genji again, the one to go down. Porky was unsure of which direction to head right there, and he is going to be taken down from some tower shots and the help of Mal'Ganis. Jeez. 3-0 in kills, and it's a one-sided Horde game here. Also, keep in mind the amount of gems that have been dropped and not picked back up. So it's 16, 17 or so in the pockets of the side of the Alliance. Already 40 for the Hordes. They're nearing a turn-in here. Might look to do that off of the level 7, maybe even sooner. Blaze, harassed by the Orc a bit here. Hanzo trying to get some more stacks on that level 1. Currently has 9. And Genji Shuriken Mastery is currently at 6. No pin down from the Maiev. Umbra to pull some enemies back. A phase shift from Brightwing to bolster her health. Oh, wait a minute, back in bottom lane. Cure trying to back away. The real Cure, body blocked by so many enemies. Anubarak has to burrow charge away as a disengage. Now Cure wants to try and find this kill. They turn into the Leoric and find a... I didn't want to use the word kill again. Couldn't think of a word. But they'll take down Leoric. Won't be able to find the double. And this is potential turn-in coming in for the side of the Horde. Just about every gem is needed here, a little bit less. Tremor gonna hearth out completely. Good scatter out from the Hanzo as well. Level 7 almost here. As I mentioned, wouldn't be bad to have level 7 and the turn-in, and they might just do this since they do have the 4 kills over the enemy. The Horde with a wonderful lead so far, as I mentioned. Mal'Ganis is going to find Genji in the rotation. Fell Claws get the stun into the Night Rush. Is there a Chastise as well? Doesn't look like it right now, as this is going to be your Anubarak trying to get a few gems turned in, but as I mentioned earlier, a lot of that economy was shattered from the early game kills. The Umbra Bind from Zim will pull 2 back. The Spirit of Vengeance through a few of them. The Fan and Knives do go out. Genji jumps up to top, trying to harass onto Madara, but Tremor with the Night Rush will come through. Great Vault of the Wardens and Cleanse from the Brightwing, and of course the activation of Maev right there. And the Red Web Weavers will descend. Red Web Weavers on the way. This is going to be a fight to break out as well. It is even talent here. Concussion Mine does split Porky away to the left-hand side of the engagement, as we will have Hanzo rotating down into bottom. 13 gems for the Leoric as the Adrenaline Stim Pack is activated, but it's a 2v2 in bottom. Anduin's going to make it a 3v2, but Leoric gets the Wraith Walk out in time. Over in top lane really quickly, just looking to see how things are unfolding here in this lane. It doesn't look like much is going to be sieged in with this Web Weaver. Going to be focusing onto mid right now. Some Fell Claws from Mal'Ganis, a Chastise as well into the Anub'arak. He's going to drop down to a 3rd HP. A lot of damage from Madara right now in this Junkrat, and Anub'arak has to burrow charge away. Hanzo's done with simple geometry off of the bottom lane. Looks like it was into that Leoric right there. Top lane Web Weaver completely cleared away. Bottom lane about to expire, getting the fort down to 50%. But here comes Tremor in the flank. Wants to take down this Leoric and has the read. And it's going to tank a couple tower shots, but wants to block where these gems are being picked up. Night Rush onto the Brightwing, as she does get a small batch, but now Mal'Ganis trying to back away. The Fell Claws go right into the jet propulsion target of Anub'arak. Beautifully done as Brightwing almost gets taken down. Zim will almost be taken down by the Concussion Mine right there. This is not back-to-back territory, but still 6-0 in kills. The Horde on top of this map number 6. Shuriken's check the bush. 3 stacks away from finishing Shuriken Mastery. Genji trying to harass even more. Trying to force Mal'Ganis to take longer on the recall, and it looks like he did for a bit. Tens are here on the right-hand side. Bunker, Dragon's Arrow. We'll see the Carrion Swarm as well as Riptire. Anduin's holding level 10, but even, like, I don't think this is going to be Holy Word Salvation. It's like, you've got Umbral Bind Interrupt, you got Polymorph Interrupt, you've got 2 forms of Interrupt from Anub'arak, plus Cocoon as well. Assumed, yep, there it is. So, Light Bomb just makes sense. Cocoon, Blink Heal, Containment Disc, Entomb, and an Extract from Genji is now, can you get the Carrion Swarm activation? Leap of Faith will come through onto Tremor. Taps the well. Containment Disc onto Anduin as the blue Web Weavers have descended. Here comes a Riptire from Junkrat from the north side, but immediately has to cancel that or activate it, so Ibtings doesn't get a free kill onto Madara. Once again, Genji jumping in, did finish out Shuriken Mastery. 1 stack of pin down is completed. And that's why Anduin rocks. Well, we have this thing on this stream called a Kaimo Cleanse, where you leap and face someone and they die mid-air, or literally as they hit the ground, because that does happen very often. I was gonna say, Madara's dead. Like, there's no way Ibtings doesn't get this kill right here, and Nentori is unable to help out, unable to get a Leap of Faith. I bet it's still like a 20-second cooldown for a Leap of Faith. Yeah, 18 seconds to go, actually, specifically. Night Rush through a few enemies. That is going to be the mid lane fort going down. Anub'arak burrow charges in. Is going to be a Carrion Swarm activation in time from this Mal'Ganis. He'll heal up from those bats as Ibtings gets a Swift Strike away. Bottom lane fort did take a handful of damage here still. Well, actually, no. This is from earlier. Sorry, just the wave was pushed up onto it. Speaking of waves, we do have a lot of gems to turn in here. 21 on the Anduin, 19 on Blaze, 11 on Hanzo, and 15 just went in from Tremor Mal'Ganis. Fell Claws onto Leoric, who did have a drain onto one of the enemies. Containment Disc onto Mal'Ganis as well. Sonic Arrows going out. Some Shurikens thrown back into the Cure. Not a Cure. Who is actually trying to turn in 22 on this Blaze. Still 58 in the pockets, the members of the Horde. A Night Rush out of the bush from Mal'Ganis finds Brightwing and Maev. Hanzo lands a Storm Bow onto 1, and that's pretty much the end of that little Pokken engagement. Cure once again. Actually, no, it's not the end of it, because Cure's still trying to turn in. Genji comes in with 1 delay. Brightwing had another with an Arcane Flare. It is critical miss level 7. We have Leorc, by the way, in bottom lane just split pushing. So Blaze is like, alright, I can't turn in. I might as well at least come clear things out in bottom and not miss the experience because the enemy is actually ahead in experience right now. And where is this coming from? Where is the deficit in experience? So obviously there's a huge deficit from heroic kills. Mercenaries adds up, but look at this minion experience. A 3k difference in minion experience. And that's kind of making up for what's... Yeah, that is pretty much making... And the little bit of a passive experience gain as well from the mid lane fort. So it's actually funny enough that technically the team with 1 kill, and it's only an 811 experience, so it's pretty early game kill, they are still behind. Or they are the ones ahead. It's just kind of funny to me. Huge Dragon Arrow. Cure tries to jet propulsion away. He was actually thinking about going right back into the enemies, but he decides better of it, rotates to his allies. That's going to be a leap of faith to pull Cure to safety. Genji jumps in, goes for the Swift Strike, the jet propulsion immediately into Genji, deflect activation. Polymorph from Brightwing, Cure trying to wiggle, but it's not going to be enough, and Blaze does go down. A Riptire from Junkrat will be coming through. And it probably will be used on the wave realistically. Yep. It does get some splash to the enemies around, but yeah, they're just clearing out the way, pushing things back. And the Alliance are starting to rally in this map, number 6. Starting to rally here. And I should take a look back at the experience once again. Oh, actually, I said 800 for early game, but no, I mean it's about 800 right now for kills. Ooh, that's a good entomb from Leoric. Actually, it wasn't a good entomb now that I think about it, because the light bomb connected onto so many enemies and just kind of stalled out the entomb. But a good attempt onto Mal'Ganis. Unfortunately, the light bomb is going to be a nice counter moment. And this is the blue Web Weavers descending for the side of the Alliance. Concussion Mine, Madara trying to get away. The slows from Leorc are pretty good. The deflects, the shurikens from Genji are really good to see go in for... Whoa, Leorc is going in deep for it and finds the mace to the spine of Junkrat. As Tremor will not be able to get those gems. I don't think he picked them up. I think he actually got 1. I want to say I saw like a +1 go up by his name. That's unfortunate. I don't think he collected those. Right side, looking at Mal'Ganis here. Little impale thrown onto the ground. Containment is thrown out as well, but no one will be caught by that just yet. Umberbind to pull back Tremor. He'll just step into this, Felt Claws into a few enemies. Finds the little stun, Night Rush into 3. Got the big as for Junkrat, so it does prioritize heroes, and it can't be triggered by minions and such. Blaze will find the kill into Leorc in mid lane. Apologies for missing that. We currently have the top lane siege going through and cleared away. 16s on both sides. Endless nades, Juggernaut plating, Giant Slayer. We'll also be seeing the Plague Bats as well. Glyph of Faith, pretty standard for Anduin right there. Leorc with the Mithril Mace on the opposing side. We got the Critterize, which is a nice burst tool. Junkrat with the Beetle Juiced.
Destroy their constructs.
Genji in top lane trying to get away. He's going to have to use the Extract to get out of this engagement. There's a Carrion Swarm, a Riptire from Junkrat as well. Fascia from Brightwing bolsters the health of said Genji, as the Red Web Weavers will descend for the side of the Horde. Containment Disc and Cocoon on the left-hand side over here. Light Bomb from the Anduin avoided by the Vault of the Wardens, the Maiev, and Maiev takes down Anduin inside this Entomb. We currently have a Dragon's Arrow coming out from mid lane. Ibting's looking to take down Hanzo, but oh my god, the Cure should get the trade into this. Swift Strike doesn't get it. A Q is going to be held. It's deflected for a moment, and Hanzo still gets the kill into Genji. I'm curious what the overkill is. We can check that in a moment once this engagement does expire. Let's just check here really fast what the overkill was. 82 overkill. That's actually quite a bit. Quite a bit of overkill right there, as it's 4-9 in kills. Mid fort has gone down. Leorc is going to soak things out in bottom. Top lane. Oh no, I think it was bottom fort that went down. My apologies. Mid fort I think went down earlier. 69 gems in the pockets of the Horde currently, as Tremor has 34 of those, looking to get a turn in here, but the clutch won't open up for another 6 seconds. Leoric on the low side of our screen, Anub'arak on the high side, looking for something. Both of them aren't finding anything. Leoric, 10 deaths, has to Wraith Walk away, gets the phase shift from Brightwing. The scatter's good off the wall, and that's going to be quite a few gems dropped, and a handful only picked up by Brightwing. A few of them will expire on the low side of our screen. Still only 31 of 60 available on the left-hand side, 74 of 60 on the right. And if you are curious who's holding what, it's mostly on Mal'Ganis. Blaze and Hanzo both with 16. Junkrat picked up 10 just now. Dragon's Arrow goes to the side of Porky. Zim trying to get away. Gets hit with a scatter. Doubles back with the Spirit of Vengeance. Leoric cheating a bit of death, going to respawn a little bit faster here. He does have Entomb off of cooldown. So when he spawns, he could look for some sort of Entomb setup, but there's none to be found. Top lane wave crashing into the fort currently. Leoric will soak that up. No big deal on that. We'll have our 20 talents in just a moment. Let's actually pull away the talents here until we get to 20 so we can get a better view of what's going on, because we constantly have little back and forth pokes on both these sides. No turn availability from the side of the Alliance, but they're trying to deny the enemy side turn in. Belt Claws from Mal'Ganis going out. That's going to be a containment disc onto him. Anub'arak burrows in looking for something. Unfortunately, no one's there. Whoa! Blaze gets bursted down in this top lane. Tremor with 40 gems. Going for the Night Rush is going to be drained a little bit by Leoric. There's an Entomb. Carrion Swarm, Light Bomb activation. Nicely done. Mal'Ganis gets back to about 75% HP. There will be an Hail from our Anub'arak with the Bed of Barbs as well. Cocoon onto Anduin, no healing coming out from him. The Riptire from Junkrat comes out right afterwards, and Mal'Ganis does go down, but Maiev will be traded. It's a 2-for-1 favoring the side of the Alliance as they look to maybe push in through top. No. What are they going to do here? There's camps to be grabbed, bottom and right side, so not the favorable side for the Alliance. They could go for boss here with the double kill in hand. They could look for maybe moderate kill, but they won't find it. Phase shift onto Porky. Ibting's turning in 4. A very important 4 to turn in, but I will point out they had 53 of the 60, so getting close on the left-hand side as Leoric will soak things up in bottom lane. We're about to get to level 20 off of Leoric's wave here, so we'll check out what the 20s are. And Leoric will finish Mithril Mace off this wave as well. He needs 1 minion, and boop, there it is. Ooh, so no Buried Alive for Leoric. He's going to be going into the Burning Despair, so deal 88 damage per second to nearby enemies. While Drain Hope is active, gain 40 armor, and the damage and the area is increased by 100%. Genji holding 10. I assume it's going to be Living Weapon. We have the Shadow Orb Huntress. There's the living weapon as well. Blink, heal, Invisible Friends upgrade, and rewind for Anub'arak. The blue Webweavers will descend. The top lane fort on, I'd say, 20 HP. 394. I was so very close. I was like 2 or 3 off right there. Anub'arak misses the burrow charge. They're focusing on Amater with 25 gems currently. Leap of Faith will pull him to safety. The X-Strike from Genji is a death sentence for the ninja here as he X-Strikes in, and Blaze says, "How do you do?" And Hanzo's got enough damage to take him down. 6 to 12 in kills, 20 talents here on both sides. We do have the burn notice for our Blaze, as well as the Sonic Arrow upgrade with the Bullseye. There we go. Carrion Swarm upgrade as well with the Seeker Swarm. We'll have the Cannon Bowls on Junkrat and Censure for Anduin. Nice Night Rush into Dragon's Arrow. Brightwing's able to blink to an ally after being woken up immediately. There's the Carrion Swarm activated. Keep in mind, the Seeker Swarm afterwards will put a couple targets to sleep. Light Bomb onto Tremor. They're focusing onto this Maiev, and the Horde will find their 13th kill of the game as this Webweaver in top lane is going to get some damage onto the Keep. Junkrat trying to save mid here as the Catapult was fixated onto the Keep. Getting pretty decent damage, actually. 18 minutes in. Yeah, those are some chunky catapults. Sorry, I was trying to find one to grab, but it looks like there's a fight onto Anub'arak in mid. There will be a Entomb, a Bunker as well, so a bit of trade on heroics here. A couple blink heals from Brightwing as Genji's making his way back from the Hall of Storms. The Jet Propulsion onto Leoric does connect. And this is potential Webweaver turn-in for the side of the Horde. They've got 101 in their pockets currently, and 16 turned in. 42 on Hanzo, which is about the entire turn-in right there. They needed 2 from Nintori, I do believe. They're going to tag Boss as well. Boss plus Webweaver. All right, let's see how this works out for the Horde here, because they are doing pretty good in the mid-game. throw out this teabag really quickly. Okay, there we go. 20s are here. Just about all heroics are ready to go. 5 on bunker, 6 on carrion swarm. Webweaver mid cleared away, Webweaver bottom pushing in, but top lane is the most important as it's boss plus Webweaver very healthy, taking down the Keyfront Gate. The Umbra Bind on to Blaze. The Dragon's Arrow is an answer from Hanzo as the Bullseye follows that up for more CC onto Zim. Currently have Genji trying to back away, gets hit with a little... Oh, that was the Seeker Swarm right there, was giving a... knocking Ibtings out, and 19 minutes in, about 20 minutes in, we currently have the Horde heading towards the core. Can they actually end it here? The Light Bomb, Jet Propulsion on 10 deaths is pretty good. The Extract from the Genji, he almost gets a full reset, down to 7 seconds, and it's on 3 currently. Anduin and Blaze do go down. The Hanzo is able to get the natural agility away, and that will be a double kill in the defense of the core. This is going to be boss getting some damage, but it's not going to be game winning, and the bottom lane keep does fall as well. It's a double keep phase from the side of the Horde in this Webweaver push. 20 minutes in, nicely done. Classic push GG, yeah they will. Well, unfortunately you were wrong. The core did not fall, and so that means you now owe the stream a sub. That's the rules. I don't make them, Bandit does. Them's the rules of the channel. So, 80% left on the core on the left-hand side. We currently have the Bruiser Camp being grabbed. Oh, next boss is 3 minutes. I don't think they're gonna wait. I don't know if they'll wait for boss just to try and end. Realistically, the members of the Horde can find one really good team fight and run across the map and end through top or bottom. Death timers are relatively long, but of course it also depends on like where you take that fight. Like taking it on this side of the map and then having to run all the way across, like death timers will be around 30 seconds, but I think they have enough damage to end the game if that does happen. Granted, to do something like that, you need like at least a triple kill. So right now, the waves are going to be pushed in. Bottom lane fort may be lost, but it looks like the Alliance are starting to build a bit of momentum here. 48 of 65 gems available, and a couple will be turned in by Genji there. The aura around Leo isn't his level 20. It's just a bad smell. He is a bag of bones. They are stinky. They are a stinky bag of bones. That's a bathroom. Good to see you, bud. Classic. Classic bathroom joke. Madara poking out, as I mentioned, does have cannonballs. It is infinite nades, or endless nades, level 16. Jet Propulsion finds the stun onto Genji. The bunker comes down for safety. Here comes a Cocoon onto the Mal'Ganis, who had some Fell Claws coming through. The bunker to clear out the Cocoon right there. A Night Rush immediately. Dragon's Arrow onto Leoric, and 10 deaths will have another death right there. Carrion Swarm activation. Keep in mind, the level 20 Seeker Swarm. Boop onto Anub'arak. He is going to be locked down for a second. Here comes the Chastise, the Light Bomb. Blaze was actually backing away with that. I guess they didn't really want to take the fight so close to the fort in mid. As Siege Giants are pushing bottom, we currently have Catapult in mid as well. Enough for a turn-in, but obviously the members of the Alliance are not going to let that happen. Concussion Mine onto Zim, as that is going to be Maiev trying to back away. The Night Rush finds 2. Blaze immediately wakes them up. And Polymorph onto this Mal'Ganis. He's able to get the Leap of Faith from Anduin, and Tori saves, as there will be a Containment Disc onto this Hanzo. Jet Propulsion from Blaze to also confirm the CC needed to back away after that Containment Disc. The mid lane keep did go down. That was the structure you heard in the background going, or being destroyed. So mid lane keep is out. And keep in mind, there's still the mid lane fort, so this is consistent catapult pressure with no periodic or matching. And I'm waiting for the spawning wave here. I'm a little early to check. I just want to see what a spawning catapult damage and values are. It's got 1,555 HP, and it deals 968 damage into structures. Sonic Arrow to follow things up. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze, and the Dragon's Arrow is huge. Hanzo trying to get away, but Genji will be able to get the kill onto his brother. Some scatters coming out, but meanwhile, Leoric is taken down. So it's a 1 for 3 trade, and the members of the Horde can't be too upset about that one, as Madara gets a 36 gem turn in. Currently need to get Blaze and Mal'Ganis' gems turned in, I do believe. But are they hunting around for another kill into Ibtings? Swift Strike away. Maev's already disengaged as well. She's hearthing out. 3 seconds on boss. And will they boss plus Webweaver for this, or are they just going to straight up go for the Webweaver summon? Carrion Swarm. Carrion Swarm, looking for the Seeker Swarm activation, but Ibtings is able to use that Swift Strike to get out once again. They can go boss, but the death timers are getting relatively low. Leorc cheated a bit of death, so he's already back in the mix, and there's a stinky swirl around him. Another Swift Strike out from Genji. Just kind of harassing, delaying. Kyr's like, all right, I'm not buying it. I don't believe it. I'm just going to go ahead and turn in. I've got 8, the last 8 needed. And now, will they be able to grab a kill on 10 deaths in top lane? Leorc gets the Wraithwalk activation. He's out of there. Chattering Teeth with the Sticky Wicket, I believe. Sticky Wicket and the Big Az at 4, 7, and 13 for the Junkrat. They want to take down this mid lane fort to alleviate the pressure of these consistent catapults. Oh, how many deaths does he actually have in this game? Leoric, he's got 8, so he's got 2 more to go. 2 more to go to facilitate his name. 25 minutes in, this is going to be Webweaver's chunkin'. Bottom lane, Webweaver already pretty much cleared away. Mid lane really healthy. That fort, as I mentioned, did go down. The keep is still up, and it's going to take its first little bit of damage. Meanwhile, the Dragon's Arrow doesn't connect. The Concussion Mine will displace a few enemies here. Leorc actually kind of saved by that Concussion Mine, but Madara needed that as well. Mid lane Webweaver cleared away. Bottom lane Webweaver arriving at the core gets some scratches on the shielding, but 1 structure remains in the mid lane for the side of the Alliance in this map. All right, so Siege Camp in the bottom lane is up and available. We see the pings for it. The boss is up and available as well. We have Bruiser Camp on the right side. Camp on the left is 1:05 away. Mal'Ganis chilling to deny any sort of turn in as the enemy is getting very, very close. They've currently got 14 turned in, 46 in their pockets, and more actually. I do believe they're quite close to this Webweaver turn. I think they needed like a 1 minion wave realistically. Uh-oh, Maiev maybe caught out. The Phase Shift from Brightwing will come through. The Containment Disc on Mal'Ganis is the answer. Meanwhile, 10 deaths is going to not be taken down. Brightwing gets the Blink Heal and the Polymorph onto Cure, and that will be enough room for Leorc to back away. He will not have a 9th death as Anub'arak tries to burrow charge out. He activates the Rewind. The Light Bomb comes through. There's going to be a Carrion Swarm. Keep in mind, Seeker Swarm level 20 is going to put a couple enemies to sweep. Maiev uses the Vault of the Wardens to avoid that sort of CC. No one really goes down. A Cocoon from Anub'arak creates a little bit of space, but minion waves are pushing, and we see the ping for the boss. This is going to be rotated through the minion waves, so they do see this. Like Junkrat's heading up there. They saw Blaze, Anduin, and everything. But here's the question, is it a real boss? They are really going for boss. It is not... Oh, wait, no, they started boss, so they're going to actually give it up. Nope, they retag it. Nope. Never mind. Yes, no, yes, no. Either way, they're going to look at Anub'arak. He's going to be taking about 50% of his health bar in damage, as we currently have Mal'Ganis trying to find some Fell Claws onto the Maiev, but another Vault of the Wardens denies any CC onto her. Night Rush from this Mal'Ganis. There's a Blaze Jet propulsion in, and Leorc does go down. Cure with that follow-up CC into Mal'Ganis. That was beautifully done. Layered CC with the burst damage available between Hanzo and Genji. Meanwhile, Blaze looks for more CC onto Borky, who is able to burrow charge away, but is there enough space created? Light Bomb onto the Maiev. She activates the Vault of the Wardens later, but it doesn't matter. Right-wing Phase Shift Soothing Mist helps out a ton. That's a ton of damage into this Maiev. She manages to get the Containment Disc, but she will not be able to live. Boss is available after getting a double kill onto the enemies. Anub'arak's on the right-hand side. The Phase Shift from Brightwing comes through. Anub'arak lands a big burrow charge. That's going to be a leap of faith to pull Madara to safety. Meanwhile, Genji gets into the point. Anub'arak burrow charges away. Brightwing's the one to go down as we have Riptire from Junkrat. And this is a Hail Mary play if I've ever seen one from the Alliance. They were going for broke on this, and they were like, maybe, just maybe, we can make something happen. Anub'arak on the right-hand side lands the Cocoon onto Hanzo, but it doesn't matter. Anub'arak will be going down. Leorc on the point, and he will be...
Team kill!
That's 10 deaths for 10 deaths. Boss not needed, but they are already finishing it out, so why not? But this is a push to end the game. GG, well played. The Horde shall take this map number 6 of the day.
Blue team's
And before Maev can be taken down again, that will be the core falling. GG, well played. That is the Horde for a victory. 24-9.